Well, hey guys, I'm Dan Jourdan, and I wanted to make this video for you because I'm seeing a lot of stuff happening out there in the sales world that you might be having difficulty with. And that is namely closing the sale. I mean, just getting the job done. I know many of you, and in particular, some people that I talked to today, that do a great job of presenting, have everything going their way, and are terribly disappointed when they send their proposals and people don't answer their calls. Or they tell them that the price is no good, and they start renegotiating at the end, and they tell you it's not a good place for the billboard, and all this stuff, and they start falling apart, and the deals fall apart. And you're all excited because you had a great presentation, and they really led you to believe that the sale would be happening, but maybe you didn't have the decision maker, or maybe they couldn't find with the money, or maybe they really just don't want it. So, this is how to fix that. This is how to double and triple your sales. This is how to become a respected person in the community. I'm sick and tired of salespeople being second-class citizens. It's just not right. You're just as good as they are. Listen, their job is to buy and your job is to sell. So you got to go out there planning to do some selling, and then they have to do their job of buying. And if they don't, they're not doing their job right. It's their job to buy. They need to buy. You can't very well call yourself a salesperson, by the way, if you're not selling. You're just somebody wasting time. I used to be a hitchhiker. I would travel around the country. I took no money. I got jobs along the way. I'm the world's best hitchhiker because I learned something. There's a very fine line between a hitchhiker and just a big dope on the side of the road with his thumb hanging out. You got to get picked up. Well, for you to call yourself a salesperson, you got to make some sales. And I'm telling you how to do it right now. The little trick I'm going to tell you right now will change your life forever if you do it. Now listen, you got to do it. And these ideas didn't come from me. It was the Sandler Training System did it for a while. Dale Carnegie talks about it. There's a guy who does guts training. It's very similar. But the idea is you want to get the objections out before you make your presentation. There is no reason for you to be giving a full-blown presentations, proposals, the whole shebang, if you got the wrong person. You waste your time, but more important, it kills you on the inside, and you feel like you're groveling, and you look like you're groveling, and then they treat you like a groveler. No, you need to walk in there with your self-respect, like you own the place, like you're helping the planet, which you are doing. Nothing's going to happen if a salesperson doesn't go in there and make it happen, and you need to walk out of there feeling the same way. And if the deal's not there, if the sale's not there, that's their problem. That's their fault, not yours, because we're going to clear it up on the front end. Got it? Say yes. I know you said yes. All right. This is what you have to do. The first three things you have to qualify for are desire, if they really want it or not. If they don't want it, probably not going to sell it. Second, you got to qualify for their funds, if they have the money for it. If they don't have the money, there's no point in wasting time. And third, you have to qualify if they are the decision maker, in fact. In fact, I'm going to do the decision making first and then the money. But you got to get all three of those. If you don't get all three, you do not move on. Understand me? You do not move on. And I'm talking even if this is just a cold call. So let's play the game. I'm calling here to see if you're interested in buying X. They say, well, tell me a little bit about it. At that point, what you normally do is vomit all your information for them so they could just look at it and say, well, I think I'll have to think about it later. You don't do that. Just stop doing that. Even if you're calling them, even if it's your first time you're calling them, I do not want you to give them any information. Zero, nothing, nada. They haven't earned the right to get your information yet. They have to qualify themselves. Please remember this. And the fact is, I know it's hard at the beginning. I know you think that you're going to be rude and you're obnoxious, and who are you to ask of them? You walked into their store. I'm telling you, they will respect you like nobody's business. They will look at you as their equal, or even better than their equal, because you have the guts to do something that they wish they did. Okay? So, they say, tell me a little bit about your information. Now, you have to get those three qualifiers, but you have to kind of ease them into it. So you say it like this. You know, Mr. Jones, I'd love to give you all that information. I will right now. But I find I can do the best job for you if I can ask you just a couple questions to find out about your needs. And if it's something that you can use, I'll let you know that. Believe me, That's how I make my living. I sell. But if it's something that it doesn't work for you or it's not a good fit, I'll let you know that too. Is that fair? Great. So you can answer some questions right now? Real quickly. I just want to find, really, I know I just walked in here off the street. Why are you interested in this? I mean, how do you think it can make your life or your business better? And let them tell you. Off role play for a second. Let them tell you. Let them talk. Your job at that point is to say, really? Huh. I wonder why. I've seen that before. And you let them talk and spill their beans. Find out if they have the desire. So then at the end, when you find you got them, then you say, so just so I'm clear, if this is something that meets that need that you just told me, that meets that need, it's something you'd still continue to be interested in. You might even make a purchase if it fit your need perfectly, right? You gotta, you don't give up. You want them to say yes. Boom. Move on to the next thing. Great. Okay, so love to tell you more about it. Are you the decision maker, or are there other people involved here that we need to talk to? Now, usually they'll just say, no, I'm the guy. Or sometimes they'll say things like, why don't you just tell me and I'll pass it off. And you just can't go through there. There's no point in you wasting time talking to somebody that can't make a decision. So you got to hammer it out. If they're not the right person, you say, okay, can we get that person in here? It'll take 2 minutes just to find out. I can let them know to see if they want it. And if they say no, they can't do that, then you say, all right, well, when would be a good time? Maybe I could set up an appointment. I think it's something that fits your needs, that'll make your business better, make your life better, and you'll be able to be home tonight and watch your kid play Little League Baseball. Whatever they said there was, you hit that spot there. But I got to talk to the person that can make the decision. I don't want to turn you into the salesman. That's my job. I don't want you to have to share it with him. I'll do that for you. So let's say they say yes. So if they say no, don't move on, make an appointment, go from there. You don't want to waste your time with people that are not going to buy. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair for the rest of the world out there who wants to buy your product, but you're not there in front of them because you're wasting time with this joker. Got it? So let's say he says yes. Yes, I am the person. You want to hammer it a little further. So what you're saying is we find the perfect product, and it fits your needs, and everything's and it's free. I mean, it's that good, you can go ahead and make a decision. You be the person to make a decision on that, whether to buy it or not to buy it, right? And understand, and this is a good line too, off role play for a second. Understand, you can say no to me. It's okay. Saying no to me doesn't hurt me. I mean, you wouldn't believe how many people say, I want to think about it, when really they just want to say no. If you say I want to think about it, I'll just take that as a no. Is that fair? Good. You want to say that. Give them the power. And then finally, after they say, yes, I can make the decision on this and I can do it today, then you say, great. And the last thing I want to talk about is money. Are you okay to talk about money right now? They'll all say yes, because at this point, it's their ego. They want to find out. They'll all say, yes, we can talk about money. At that point, you go to the money and you go to it. Our product costs anywhere between, on the low end, $1,800, on the high end, $3,500 per month. How does that sound? That's your close, all right? How does that sound? That's your close. And they'll say whatever. Whoa, I don't even know what it is yet. Oh, listen, I understand you don't know what it is. But if it was perfect, and if it meets your needs, and if it helps grow your business, if it does all those things we talked about before, would you be able to handle, on the high end, $3,500 a month for this product? And just wait there. I mean, it's just a question. You're asking a question and they have to give an answer. No problem. If they say, well, I'm not willing to answer that question, then you can't go any further. That's fine. I understand. Have we reached an impasse here? I mean, what should we do? That's it. What should we do? Well, we have a problem. Do it very nicely. You're like, 35, I can't give you an answer. Well, we have a problem. What should we do? And wait there, and they'll come up with an answer. They'll say, well, can we do it in terms? Can we do this? Whatever. And then you find yourself negotiating the price and negotiating the deal when they don't even know what it is yet. Isn't that great? And so they can't come back later. So let's say they agree, I probably can do $2,000 a month. That's what I'm looking for, a product. If you can find something that fits that, then I'm there. Great. So if I found something for $2,000 a month, you're willing to go ahead and you're the decision maker, right? Perfect. Then you go into your presentation. Then you go into your proposal and you bring them something that's just under the price that they said they can pay. Here's a person that you sat with for a while. You're on their equal. You're asking them questions like a man or like a woman to a woman, like a woman to a man, the whole shebang, whatever it is, so I can be politically correct. The point is, you are on equal footing. You see eye to eye. You're asking questions. They're giving answers. You're giving answers. They're asking questions. Nobody's higher than anybody else. And it's all because you qualified the whole thing on the front end. Do that. Your sales will just skyrocket. You'll no longer waste time with people that aren't going to buy, and you'll spend your time serving humanity and serving your community by getting in front of people who want your service, who can make a decision, and who have the money to buy it. Their lives will be better because you walked in. That's what you're there to do. Don't think anything of it. I'm going back to the beginning now, but you are not a second-class citizen. You are the man that's making things happen. You're the woman that's making things happen. It's your job. It's your job to qualify them. And heck, if they're not qualified for that, maybe you could find something else for them. And by the way, you're being terrifically honest here, and this is what other people don't understand. When you said at the beginning, let me ask you a few questions to see if there's something that's going to be right for you, see if it's a good fit. If it is, I'll let you know that. If it's not, I'll let you know that too. Well, if they don't meet the criteria of qualifications for your product, you're telling them it's not a good fit. You're being honest. You are qualifying them to own your product and service. Now, one final thing, and I'll let you go. You must believe 100% in your product or service. 100%. You have to own it yourself. If you're selling kitchen supplies, you better own a set in your house. If you're selling billboards, you better have a big one of your face on one of them too. You got to believe and own this so you could feel, not so you can just point to it and say, look, I own it too. If you're selling stock, the first thing I say to a stockbroker when he's trying to sell me a particular security, I said, do you own it? I mean, you got to put your money where your mouth is. You got to believe in this. If it's gonna build their business, then it ought to build yours as well as the salesperson. And a salesperson is in business for themselves. You are your own boss. If you fail out of here, you're literally firing yourself. So don't do that. Love your product, believe in your product, offer your product, qualify your customers before you give the presentation, and dominate, and I mean dominate, your marketplace.